What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Sunday Night Football, Packers and Niners. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section who are your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate, or at least the single game slate. And finally, shout out to Jock Market for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up at Jock Market. Get yourself a little bit of extra money when you do so. We round out the bottom of my top 10 with Brandon Ayuk, Robbie Gould, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. But as you can see, big time leap up in tier from Kittle to Samuel. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got Davante Adams, 14K, projected for 16 fantasy points, 3-point dogs for the Packers, 50.5 point game total. This is the number 6 ranked defense via PFF. That would be the Niners. 18% chance that Adams goes for north of 25 fantasy points. 19% likelihood that he's the optimal MVP play, plus another 34% at the flex. That gets Davante Adams into the optimal lineup 53% of the time, just north of a coin flip. I like him. I don't like him as much as I normally do. I'll be slightly more likely to get to Aaron Jones at 13K, projected for 15 fantasy points. Same defensive matchup against the Niners, 10% chance to go for more than 25 fantasy points, a 13% chance to be the optimal MVP, plus another 44% at the flex spot. That lets him edge Davante Adams just a little bit. He's a little bit more cost efficient, a little easier to work into a lineup, but there's plenty of value to go around on this slate. We just saw Aaron Jones go bonkers last week, tons of touchdowns. Can he continue it again here? Seems like he could. No surprise here, we see Aaron Rodgers at the number 3 spot, 16K, projected for 17.5 fantasy points. Same matchup that Aaron Jones and Davante Adams get. That's that number 6 defense for the Niners, but a 50.5 point game total and slight dogs. I really like that script for Rodgers. 17% chance to go for more than 25 fantasy points. 21% likelihood to be the optimal MVP. It's really hard for him to fall too far there. Plus another 36 at flex. That gets Aaron Rodgers to 58%. You're probably looking to grab 2 of the 3 Rodgers, Jones, and Adams in most lineups that you create. But the preferred quarterback today is 13K Jimmy G, projected for 17 fantasy points. They're the favorites. Packers defense ranks 10th via PFF. Now, Jimmy G probably doesn't have the same uber ceiling, 13% chance to go for north of 25, but the cost makes it a lot easier. 18% likelihood to be the optimal MVP, and 53% at the flex. It is super easy to use Jimmy G, either spot, MVP or flex. That works because he's in the optimal lineup 70% of the time. That's 12% more than Aaron Rodgers. He's clearly a clear number 2, but he couldn't get to number 1. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. I want to know your favorite plays in the comment section underneath this video, and I want you to go to Jock Market and sign up using that promo code Awesemo. Get yourself a little bit of extra money on that sign up. At just 8,500, Trey Sermon is your number 1 contender for today, projected for 13 fantasy points. Matchup be damned. The price tag is just too low for his role. It's not a big ceiling, but even still, 6% likelihood to go for north of 25, 9% chance to be the optimal MVP. But the reason you go to Sermon, a 67% chance of being optimal in the flex spot. 77% of the time, Trey Sermon is in the optimal lineup. That's more than 3 out of every 4 times you run this slate. He's not going anywhere anytime soon for today's slate, that's for sure. Trey Sermon is your number 1 play on FanDuel Single-Game contest for Sunday Night Football. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Sunday Night Football, Packers and Niners. Check out the DraftKings version. It's around here somewhere. And good luck tonight, everybody. I'll have some updates a little bit later tonight. Go win some money. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow morning for the Monday Night Football edition of the Contenders.